Hi, Jen from Jen Michelle Coaching. Today I want to talk about 3 things men need to fall in love and why it can feel so counterintuitive and so different than what we think. So the number one thing that he needs to feel is that he can make you happy, right? That it's not like he's constantly trying to keep up and trying to make you happy, but he's already contributing in this beautiful way to an already happy woman. So anything that he shows up with or anything that he, gives from his heart is really, truly received and appreciated in a way that feels so good for him to be around. So often a woman will be sharing what, she's concerned about or, inadvertently seeking to have the talk or, sharing some complaints. Whereas if he doesn't feel like what he's giving now is enough, he's not going to be inspired to really give over his heart or connect in that way that inspires all the big ticket items that we seek in a relationship. Just, feeling like we have his heart, we have his loyalty, devotion, intimacy, passion, all of the things that we deeply desire have to start with him setting him up for success, like where he really feels like, okay, what I have to give her is just so appreciated and so received that he can't help but connect more powerfully and be drawn in. Number 2 is he feels that when he's with you, he's connecting to you, meaning that we are being our true selves when we're with him, right? Not that we're being who we think he wants us to be or who we think is the definition of what a guy wants, but with us fully. He's connecting to the just complete truth of who we are, flaws and all. That means a woman's okay with letting herself be vulnerable. She shares her story and her truth in a way where she accepts who she is, so that can't help but be mirrored back to her. She's not hiding or covering up aspects of who she is or how she grew up or even things that she feels some shame and challenging emotions around. He's connecting to the truth of who she is, which is a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, and she's comfortable with her hiccups and mistakes she's made along the way, and she's learned from them in a way that just shows a beautiful emotional consistency and openness and willingness to be fully who she is, which then triggers him to open up to who he is and inspire him to open his heart and share that deeper part of himself too. But if we have that energy of feeling like, well, this is how I should be, or I don't want him to know that about me because maybe he won't, love me or think highly of me, he feels that resistance and that tension. And so it's really important that in our own self-growth work and in our own accessing of our feminine energy, that we just be fully, unapologetically who we are and learn to love those parts of ourselves, because that will then be reflected back to you in the most powerful way. Number 3 is we make it a really beautiful, warm environment that he loves to be in with us, right? So that means after a day of, being apart, when the two of you are spending time together, he connects beautifully to this where he can just let his guard down. He can feel like he's at home. The feminine energy creates this beautiful environment for him to softly just be who he is. So he will learn to just love and crave being around that. He knows he's not coming home to drama. He knows he's not coming home to criticism. He knows that he's not coming home to a list of to-do items or, critiques or gossip or anything like that. He's just coming home to a woman in her essence, a woman who is present, who is healthy, who is, happy, because there is nothing more beautiful and magnetic than a happy woman. Just a woman who's easy to be around, right? A woman who's just happy in the moment, and she takes it step by step, trusting that, she doesn't have to do or be anything different than who she is in that moment in time. And what happens when a woman's in that energy and has that vibe to her is he will crave spending time with her. And that is a critical piece for him to fall in love, because you are unique and you separate yourself from any other person in his life, because you just have this ease to you that feels beautiful, that feels natural, and just feels so right at a gut level for him. So if you could use some additional tips and tools around what really captivates and sparks a man's heart and his ability to pursue and just really move a relationship forward in any stage, go to my site at jenmichellecoaching.com. I have a free guide there called Magnetic Sensitivity, as well as lots of just different resources on my resource tab. So I'm wishing you all a great week, and I would love to hear how these concepts apply to you and your unique situation. Have a great day.